Welcome back to Around the Block Volleyball. The NCAA Women's National Tournament is finally here, and today we're going to be building our perfect tournament bracket prediction. But before we get into that, we have a huge announcement for you. We've been blessed by you guys to have so much support this whole season, and we want to give back to you guys with a giveaway. Here's how it works. We want you guys to comment below what you think will be the biggest upset of the tournament. And once the tournament ends, we're going to pick whoever predicted the craziest upset of the tournament to win a volleyball of their choice.
But to enter, you got to make sure you like the video, you got to comment, and of course, make sure that you subscribe and do all that before the tournament gets into full swing. We're only allowing one prediction per account, so you have to make sure that you got that spicy upset prediction for that one account. All the information will be down in the description, but let's get right into the tournament bracket.
All right, yeah. The seeding just came out this past Sunday. And let's say it got a little bit controversial.
Yeah, were there any, I'll lead off for this, I know what I want to say, but are there any quick things that you noticed that really were weird to you? Because I think there was a lot of different things.
I mean, there's definitely a few where some of the seedings felt a little weird. Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest one everyone's talked about is probably the biggest one on social media as well, just that Stanford got placed below Pitt.
Yeah.
It is, I guess, according to like RPI, that is presumably why they made that decision. But, I mean, looking just at the ACC standings, Stanford has the head-to-head win. I mean, that's important.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was definitely the thing that stood out to me. It kind of felt like Stanford kind of got screwed. I mean, you put in all that work in your tough schedule.
Yeah.
You did, again, win that head-to-head against Pitt. I don't see why you don't get that number one seed. Because, again, you lose the advantage of being able to play at home for as long as possible.
Yeah. That's a really big one.
That really hurts. And then not to say that SMU, who is the number 2 seed in Pitt's part of the bracket, that if Stanford was there, hey, that's a little bit easier of a time. I mean, you do get the advantage of being a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Versus, hey, if Stanford wants to make it to the Final Four, you got to beat Texas.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that makes it a lot tougher. I mean, I think people can just understand that SMU and Texas are not the same level of team.
Yeah.
Stanford, I think, really got messed up here. But to be honest, there are some other ones that I thought were really weird. Like Penn State was a top 25
still
team
included
all the time. But then they're an 8 seed. 8 seed is pretty low when you consider that if you're saying that they're one of the top 25 teams the whole time.
Yeah.
But in their same part of the bracket, what was it? South Dakota State is number 7 over Penn State being 8. I think that one it's a little weird too.
There's a lot of weird seedings within this where I'm like, are these teams really ahead of each other? I don't really know.
It's hard to say. Yeah. I mean, it's all these different conferences, winners and stuff like that. Oh, the other one, UNC. UNC was weird. They're not even ranked. They're not even a top 8 seed in that part of the bracket.
Yeah.
It's also weird. I don't know. There's a lot of tough things, but it's a tough job. I wouldn't say that's easy to figure that out anyways.
Yeah, we are not into the bracketology much at all. So in general, there's just a couple of seedings that maybe could have gone up and down, but this is all like inter-conference seedings. So it's hard to speak too much about it because it's hard to measure between conferences. I don't really trust RPI like too much when it comes to like some of these finer details between conferences, between teams. So it's tough.
Yeah, and if you're going off RPI, I'm pretty sure Creighton was really high up there, and then they're a 3 seed in their region.
Yeah, they were top 10, if not somewhere a little higher within that.
So then they're 3rd in their region. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you want to do it. UNC, I don't know what their RPI was, but they were top 15 at the end of the season, and then they're not even ranked at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. I don't really understand it, to be honest. It's kind of hard to understand, so... Yeah. It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and I guess just to mention real quick that Mizzou did not get a berth into the tournament, which kind of sucks. I mean, we had an interview with Maya Sands. Amazing.
Friend of the podcast.
Yeah, she's great. She's really, really good. I mean, SEC Libero of the Year. They're a good team, but that just goes to show that some teams kind of got not included when maybe they could have.
Yeah, I mean, she's one of the best libs in the nation, and it sucks that she's not able to take part in this, but... Yeah. It is what it is, I guess. They have their own bracket rules and stuff like that.
Yeah, but we'll get right into it right now, and let's start it off.
I think let's start with the easiest part of the easiest region. Let's do the Nebraska region.
Oh, yeah.
So that will be the top left here. The first one, we'll go round by round to start. First one is the number 1 seed, Nebraska versus LIU.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of know Nebraska's winning that one.
Sorry, LIU. That's a tough draw for you. I mean, I saw some discourse that people expected Florida A&M to maybe get that spot, but I think they played each other last year, and maybe they didn't want to repeat that matchup, so that's tough. I mean, I don't know exactly what your chances would have been against Texas, which would be the alternative, but Nebraska is one of the scariest teams.
The scariest team.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
The number 2 seed is Louisville, so we'll go down a little bit further here, and they're against Loyola Chicago.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's pretty easy to say that Louisville is winning this one.
Yeah. Unless Loyola Chicago pulls off another crazy upset like they did to BYU last year, which really threw me off because I made a whole TikTok when we were just starting out this channel. Made a whole video about BYU being good, how they're going to make a nice run into the tournament. Lost first round.
Yeah, that was your like dark horse that you were talking about. Not to win it, but like just a
to
really
actually
cool team.
look good, perform well, and then it was the exact opposite. They performed poorly, got knocked out first round. One of the biggest upsets of the tournament, and I am still a little bit upset.
Okay, and then the number three seed in this region was Texas A&M.
Yep.
They're playing against Campbell. Again, I think Texas A&M is going to win that first round.
Yeah, Texas A&M has especially been looking good at the end of the season, so I believe in them.
Then at the number 4 seed here is Kansas. They're playing against High Points. I think again, Kansas is one of those teams that they were duking it out near the top of the Big 12.
Yeah, they're part of the Big 12 mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still also look really good, and Big 12 is a fairly challenging conference to be in, so I think we can just give that one to Kansas.
Yeah, and then there's Miami versus Tulsa. Again, I think Miami is one of those teams. Heredia Cologne, you cannot stop her, man. Yeah. I don't think a lot of these other teams are really used to playing against a player like that. I think Miami is taking that one.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Tulsa, but I don't know if there's anyone who's going to be able to stop her.
I mean, even the really good teams can't stop her sometimes.
Yeah.
Next is the number 6 seed. That's TCU against SFA. Again, I think TCU's taking that one.
Yeah, it could be a little bit tougher just because TCU hasn't been looking as great.
Yeah, let's be real.
And SFA is like not a bad team. They're actually pretty solid. But we want to give it to TCU just because they have had good points in the season, but they're crumbling or not crumbling, but they have been having some issues, and you never really know with this team right now.
Yeah, to be honest, this is probably like the more interesting first round match, at least in this region, of like, TCU's been on the decline real fast at this point. Yeah. And SFA, again, is like a pretty solid team. That one could be interesting, but at least for now, I'm giving TCU the benefit of the doubt. But at the number 7 seed, Western Kentucky against Marquette. I think this is the one that is going to be really tough to see.
Yeah, that will definitely be a good matchup. I mean, Western Kentucky, we had, I think because of our fantasy league, we were invested a little bit, at least at the beginning of the season, that they were going to be a pretty solid team, and they did look pretty solid. But Marquette, also very good team. Yeah. I mean, one of their players already got drafted into the MLV. Yeah. So you already know they got talent there. So this will be a good match to look at, to actually watch, because there will be a million matches going on. Yeah.
I think at least for me, I'm just taking a stab at it. I'm just going to go Western Kentucky, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. And then the last first rounder in this region is going to be San Diego, the 8th seed, versus Kansas State.
Yeah, I think this will also be a pretty good matchup. I mean, both these teams are really good. I think Kansas State right now might be a little bit more battle-tested. They've had a tougher time out there in the Big 12. San Diego still look really good.
I mean, they won their conference.
Yeah, they were also the first team to secure their conference. Yeah. So they're definitely a good team.
I think, this is definitely going to be another really good first rounder.
These past two were definitely the ones to really look at.
But I think I got to rock with the Big 12 team here. I'm in Power 4 conference. Yeah. You're playing against some of these really tough teams. I think I got to give it to Kansas State.
Yeah. I prefer the power conferences over non-power conferences pretty much all the time.
Well, I'm sorry, Kansas State, but they're playing against Nebraska in that next portion in the second round.
Yes. Shaylee Myers, you had a great season, but it will probably end here. It will almost certainly end here unless a disaster happens.
I think we're going Nebraska there.
Yeah.
Let's keep it in the same part. Let's go. So we picked Miami versus Kansas here. That's what we have. I think Miami's got it. I think Heredia Cologne is so good. I don't know if Kansas is going to have the matchup to be able to deal with her.
Yes, their setter as well, Rodriguez. She's going to get her own kills. Well-timed all the time, I guess.
I really like her.
She's very aggressive. She's got that, she also has that like aura, that swag about her, just like Heredia Cologne. So I think they can get this one.
Yeah, I think the matchup is just going to be tough for Kansas. I don't know if they're gonna have good enough blocking to deal with her.
Yeah, I'm worried more about the Kansas defense than I am the offensive part.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas does have the big right side in Zelenovic. She's super tall and physical. But again, I think it's really difficult to stop a player like Heredia Clone.
Yeah, I think she might just not be as explosive as needed when you need to play against.
But I think, she might be dropping like 30 kills or something again.
Yeah.
You never know with Heredia Clone.
Yeah, it's gonna be a banger. I mean, the only way for Kansas maybe is Miami does have some off games, so maybe they will, but I don't know.
Okay, and then we'll go on to the other part of the second round here in this region. We had Texas A&M versus TCU here.
Yeah.
I think this one's Texas A&M.
Yeah, I mean, TCU just hasn't been looking good.
Yeah, and that's if TCU wins this one, right?
This was already one of our more iffy ones, so let's just give it to Texas A&M. I think they've also been peaking, so...
Yeah, they've been looking really good. And then the next second round is going to be Western Kentucky, who we took, versus Louisville here.
Yeah.
I think, again, Louisville has been so good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're right there in the ACC. They did drop to 4, but they were right there.
Which we did predict, by the way, 2 weeks ago. We put out our ACC predictions in one of our videos, and people were giving us a lot of crap. We were almost completely right, and that only part that was wrong was that I predicted that Miami and UNC would split, and instead Miami won both times. But it was a 4-setter and a 5-setter, so it was very close.
Yeah, but I mean, we did have Louisville losing both of those games.
Yeah.
And then I was the one that predicted, hey, Adam, I'm with you, man. I know that you predicted Stanford early on, too. I did as well. Let's go, baby. We got that one right. Yeah. I feel really good about that one.
Yeah, we predicted the last 2 weeks, and you predicted it way far in advance.
Yeah, I know. We did that in our conference preview, pretty much. Yeah. I felt really good about them, but, subtle. I'll be humble. I'll be humble.
That was months ago.
Yeah, so I know.
He's been on it. He's been on it.
Okay, but again, we take Louisville here. So that means we'll go on to Texas A&M versus Louisville here.
Oh, yeah. The next round.
This is the regional semifinal. The regional semifinal.
Yeah. This one is going to be a tough one. I mean, they've both been playing pretty well, but I don't know. I really do like the way that Texas A&M has been playing as of late. They've had some tough matches. So, I mean, through that tournament, they played really well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they did lose to Texas, but I also kind of think Texas is better than Louisville, so I don't hold it too much against them.
Yeah, I think the star power, and it's not crazy star power compared to an Olivia Babcock, but Logan Linicki is still really good, man.
Yeah.
She's still really solid, and then you have that three-headed monster of, Logan Linicki, Afena Casapala, and then Kendall Stowers has been so solid.
Oh, yeah.
She's been big time for them. There's times where it feels like Logan Linicki doesn't have to show out.
Yeah, there are times where she just doesn't, and Kendall Stowers just takes over.
Yeah, and then the energy of Afena Casapala has really helped that team. I think they are really peaking, and I don't know if Louisville is going to be able to handle them. I think that's a really tough matchup.
Yeah, they're also well experienced. They have a lot of seniors on this team, and I think these seniors will also be coming in this tournament hungry. I mean, it's their last chance, so they're going to be going for it. Okay. So let's give it Texas A&M.
Yeah, so we'll go Texas A&M there. And then on the other side, we got Nebraska versus Miami here. I mean, I think it's pretty easy.
I think it's going to be most of the time Nebraska for us. We're picking Nebraska. Yeah. I mean, they'll have some trouble maybe stopping Heredia Cologne at some points, but they're probably going to lock her down. I mean, probably going to have Virginia.
Lock her down?
Oh, I think a little bit. I think,
maybe.
Yeah, they have. I mean, Virginia Adriano's blocking.
I guess if there's a team to do it,
it
probably should be them, right?
And then the middles, I mean, Andy Jackson and Rebecca Alec trying to lock her down while focusing on it. Yeah. So that's, I think, going to be her toughest matchup yet.
Yeah, and I think the problem for Miami is defending Nebraska. That is so difficult.
I mean, literally no one can do it. So
yeah, I mean, that team, the set distribution is so balanced. It's really difficult to figure out. There's too many people that can kill you on that team. Yeah. That I think Nebraska's going to take that one.
Yeah, I think the only tough part for Nebraska might be the serve receive. I think. Yeah. I mean, Miami just has tough serves, so.
Yeah. Hey, if Flor Marie or the setter.
Rodriguez.
If she goes off, I mean, it could make it a little bit difficult, but I'm still going Nebraska. Yeah, I think they're winning that one for sure. It to them. And then that means that the regional final here is going to be Nebraska versus Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And
again, we just got to go Nebraska. Unfortunate for Texas A&M. I mean, I really, really liked what they've been doing for this entire season, especially as of late. But it may be the end of their season here.
It's tough playing against Nebraska. I think it's too much balance on Nebraska, which is kind of similar to what Texas A&M kind of does. I kind of said that early in the season. Like in that first serve, I was like, oh wow, Texas A&M offense is super balanced. I really like it. But it is against Nebraska. That is the toughest matchup, I would say.
Yeah, so it's tough. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so we'll take Nebraska to move on to the national semifinals and to win this region. How about let's move down to the bottom portion of that same side of the bracket?
Yeah.
So who would be facing off against them in the semifinal? Let's start with the number 1 seed Pitt. They're at the bottom there of the bracket on the left versus UMBC.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be pretty easy wraps for Pitt. Sorry, UMBC, but Pitt is still looking pretty good, even though they've had their own struggles throughout the season. But Olivia Babcock is a monster and will not be stopped by you.
Yeah, it's too difficult to defend her.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go to the number 2 seed up there. It's going to be SMU versus Central Arkansas. Again, I think SMU is a team that has been really hot lately.
Yeah.
They've been looking really good.
Yeah, they did have a slightly easier schedule, but they still win those games.
Yeah, I really like the middle play that they have from Favor Onyanwu. And then Malaya Jones, she's really hard to stop.
Yeah.
I think SMU's taking that one. Next for the 3 seed is going to be Purdue here. They're going to be playing against Wright State. Again, I think Purdue has been really solid.
Yeah.
I really like what they've been doing.
They've had some struggles a little bit at the end of the season, but it's been mostly against good teams.
Yeah.
So I think they're still going to pull this one out.
Yeah. Then the number 4 seed is going to be Minnesota, another Big Ten team here, and they're going to be playing against Fairfields. I think this is another team where Minnesota has been pretty solid with how they've been finishing the season.
Yeah.
I think Minnesota's taking this one.
Despite all the injuries, they're really pulling it together, so I like it here.
Yeah, which blows my mind, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, quick tangent. The fact that Minnesota is still so good after missing, like, 4 real rotational players, and they're still this good, it's really impressive.
Yeah, we got to give this one to them.
And then the number 5 seed is going to be Iowa State versus St. Thomas, Minnesota. I think Iowa State, again, in that really tough Big 12 conference, I think they're taking that.
Battle tested, we got to give it to them.
Yeah. Then we'll go down to the 7 seed here. This is actually going to be the most interesting one, I would say.
Of the first round?
Yeah, of the first round for this region. Is going to be, it's the 7 seed Rice versus Florida. Florida not being ranked at all is a little scary against a team like Rice.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. Again, Rice won their conference. You have to respect that.
Yeah,
but
it's not one of the nicest matchups that they could have gotten.
Yeah, I mean, Florida is still really, really good.
Yeah.
Jordan Bird has been amazing.
Yeah.
I know you're a huge fan of Jayla Auguste. You love her.
Yeah.
Alexis Sucky.
They've had their own ups and downs throughout the season, so who really knows? But I don't know if this is going to be where they lose.
Yeah, so I think I'm going Florida there. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, well, I missed the 6 seed here. 6 seed is Baylor, and they're playing against Arkansas State. I think, again, it's another Big 12 team that I think Baylor's going to win this one.
Baylor's been looking good, too. So
yeah. Okay, and then the 8 seed here is going to be Xavier versus Michigan. This one's actually going to be tough. Another Big 10 team that has been pretty good. You're in a pretty tough conference, honestly, all things considered.
Yeah, on the national stage, they're still a very, very, very good conference.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to go Xavier, though. I wasn't that impressed with how Michigan has been playing. I'm not sure how they're going to play against a team that did win their conference.
Yeah, I kind of believe in Michigan. I mean, generally, I'm like, when in doubt, go with the higher conference. Yeah. So I do like Michigan here, but it also kind of won't matter.
Forward, let's just move on. Yeah. In that same matchup, it's going to be Pitt versus Xavier or Michigan, however we want to go for it.
We're both just picking Pitt anyway, so
Pitt's winning that.
Yeah, doesn't really matter too much.
Okay, and then we'll go on to the 2 seed SMU versus Florida there at the top. Yeah. I think this is a tough one.
Yeah, this is gonna be a battle.
But sure. I still think SMU is still good enough that they're gonna win against Florida.
Yeah, I think SMU, going off the performances of the season, they've played a lot. In my opinion, they've played some tougher teams and they've done better.
Okay, then in the other second round, in that same part, we're gonna go Purdue versus Baylor.
This is a tough one. This is one of the most even matchups of this part of the bracket, but
I really like Purdue.
Yeah.
I have to give them a lot of respect. Not just Kenna Woolard. I mean, she's been killing it on that team, but there's a lot of really good players on Purdue. So
I mean, Taylor Anderson, I do consider one of the higher tier setters. So yeah. Baylor also very, very good.
They have.
I think really this one will be one of the best matchups, but we can go Purdue here.
Okay. And then the last second round matchup is going to be Minnesota and then versus Iowa State. I think this one goes to Minnesota, though.
Yeah. Minnesota's been looking too good for,
Yeah.
like, including what they have right now, but they have been looking too good.
Yeah, so we'll go Minnesota there. But we'll go right into the regional semifinal against Pitt for Minnesota here. I think Pitt is just going to be taking that one.
Yeah, this is where the magic ends.
The matchup is going to be too difficult to stop Olivia Babcock. It's going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, you are missing your starting libero. I think that definitely doesn't help when you're Minnesota.
Yeah.
And people already have a hard time defending Olivia Babcock.
Yeah.
So Pitt's going to win that one to me.
Yeah, let's pick Pitt here.
Next, on the other side, for the other regional semifinal, is going to be SMU versus Purdue.
Yeah,
this is tough.
I think we can keep going SMU here.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I think SMU also just looks really good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they might just overwhelm them from multiple angles, which is going to be the toughest part for Purdue.
It's going to be tough. Stopping Malaya Jones has been really difficult for a lot of these teams. She's been really good. Okay, but for the regional final of this part of the bracket, it's going to be SMU versus Pitt.
Well, I think we can say, at least we can go off some previous history here. So let's just pick Pitt.
Yeah, I like taking Pitt here. I mean, they've been so solid. I really think they got that.
Yeah.
It's going to be too hard to stop Olivia Babcock, man.
Yeah, especially when she's in a national tournament mode. It's gonna be a rough one for SMU.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
And I mean, they've already beat them twice this season. So.
Yeah. All right, let's just go to back to the top of the bracket here. For the Texas region, we'll go with the number 1 seed Texas playing against Florida A&M.
Yeah, Florida A&M is one of the lowest ranked teams here, so we're gonna go Texas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them.
But Texas has been so good.
Yeah.
I think Texas takes this one.
Yeah.
We'll go to the match right below that. It's going to be Penn State,
Yeah.
who has got the 8th seed in this region versus South Florida.
They're probably still happy to get a seeding, so.
Yeah, I just think that was the team that I thought was kind of weird with the top 25, but then you're an 8th seed. I don't know. It's weird. I don't get it, but, I think Penn State's winning this one.
I mean, they still got Kennedy Martin out there. Yeah. She's gonna win the game.
Yeah, we go Kennedy Martin with Penn State there.
Yeah.
She's kind of, making that team real good right now.
Yeah.
Going down, we got the number 5 seed, Colorado versus American. Mm-hmm. I think Colorado has been another one of those teams in the Big 12 that has been really solid.
Yeah, I like Colorado a lot.
Yeah, I like what they're doing.
I think most of the season I've been like, oh yeah, they're one of my favorite Big 12 teams to watch, so I love picking them here.
Yeah, we'll go Colorado. Mm-hmm. Next, we got the number 4 seed, Indiana, another Big 10 team going against Toledo.
Yeah, I mean, as it's going to be for a lot of these first round matchups, we're just going the higher seeded team. We're picking Indiana here.
Yeah, and I mean, Big 10, I mean, that was honestly a pretty good conference, all things considered.
Yeah, and Indiana was surprisingly really good.
Yeah, I really liked what they were doing. We're going to Indiana. Next, another Big 10 team, the 3 seed in this region was Wisconsin. They're going to be playing Eastern Illinois. Again, I think this is a team that Wisconsin's winning this one.
Yeah. Wisconsin also has been looking really good, and they're just high seed versus low seed, so it's tough.
Yeah, Wisconsin's taking that one.
Yep.
Next, this one's going to be tough. This is interesting.
This is one of the good first round matchups for sure.
Yeah, this is UTEP, the number 6 seed, that's going against North Carolina, who did not get seeded.
Yeah.
Again, we mentioned this earlier. I thought this was really weird that UNC didn't get a seed, but I think this one's going to UNC.
Yeah,
this is tough because UTEP has been playing really well too.
Yeah. I don't really know what's gonna happen between these two teams because they both are actually good.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate for them where they are in this like situation where they're matched up against each other.
Yeah, and it's like one of them is going to be out after the first round. It's just how it is.
I don't know. I think it's going to be tough for UTEP maybe. Kaya Weaver, she slightly has come back, I believe, off injury. But yeah, I don't know if she's actually going to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, UNC has been top 15 pretty much for a while in the regular rankings nationally. I think that's still a really solid team that you have to respect in the ACC. So
let's give it to Sophie Hampton.
Yes, UNC can move on. Then the number 7 seed is gonna be South Dakota State. They're playing against Arizona here. This is one of the ones that I'm like very unsure about what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the seeded team. I'm gonna go with South Dakota State.
This is one where I think I'll just believe in Arizona. I think they're from a tougher conference, and
that's fair,
I say, most of the time you just believe in the tougher conference.
Yeah. Well, like we said,
they're good.
Yeah. But like we said, it's probably not going to matter.
Yep.
Because the last matchup in the first round is going to be the number 2 seed Stanford, which I still think is crazy, versus Utah Valley. Stanford's winning that one. Yeah,
Stanford's going to take care of business here. I mean, they're just a solid team.
Yeah.
I think they have the lowest variance of most teams here, so.
Yeah, and the freshmen have been on fire lately.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
think-
they're going to keep it going.
Don't think there's any taking advantage of them, so yeah, we'll go Stanford.
Okay, and then we'll go back up to the top of the bracket, and we'll go to the second round here. This is going to be Texas versus Penn State. I think Texas is just going to win this one. I don't think
Yeah.
Penn State's going to really have enough. They're not going to have enough juice to be able to beat
I
Texas.
mean, we've also seen what happens when Penn State plays against top teams, so let's give it
That's
to
true.
Texas. Yeah,
That's true.
nothing else I need to say.
Okay, well, the next one is going to be Colorado versus Indiana here.
It's a very good game here.
Yeah,
this is one
gonna
I
be
believe
tough.
in.
I'm going to go Indiana, though. I
Yeah.
want to go with Indiana with how good the Hoosiers have been playing. I really like when they've been playing against the top teams, how they still look in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they're still pretty competitive.
But it's tough because Colorado's also been really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Colorado, I do want to believe in them, but in the end, Indiana, I think, just been looking a little bit better.
Yeah.
So it could be a close game. It could even go the other way, but I think the odds that we want to give is to Indiana.
Next, we got Wisconsin versus UNC.
Yeah?
I think this one, Wisconsin's got to win this one. Mimi
Yeah.
Collar's been way too good.
Yeah.
And I really like their defense. With the blocking, I know it's not regular Wisconsin blocking, but their blocking is still really good. You have a great freshman libero in Kristen Simon.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, I think, is going to take that.
Yeah, I think they won't have too much trouble even. I think this is going to be a big win for them.
Yeah, Mimi Collar's going to go off, probably. She's been great. And then the last one is going to be South Dakota State or Arizona versus Stanford.
Yeah.
I think either way, Stanford's
Yeah.
going to win that one.
Give us Stanford. Doesn't matter too much.
Okay, for the regional semifinal, we're going to go Texas versus Indiana here.
Yeah,
I think Texas will win this one.
Let's go Texas.
Yeah, I think Indiana would have a really good run, but Texas again. I mean, they didn't win the SEC, but we saw how good of a team they are.
They are still in that upper echelon.
Tori Stafford is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the freshmen that they have, they've
been
cooled
doing
off a little bit, but Abby Vanderwall has still been playing really well.
Kari Spears still has great moments all the time, even though her numbers don't look as great.
Yeah,
so-
and Emma Halter's still been really good.
Yeah, I mean, one of the top liberos. So
Yeah. Okay, then we got Wisconsin and Stanford in the other regional semifinal.
this is the big one. This is the big one.
This is tough. I think Stanford's going to win this one, though. I mean, everyone probably knows I ride hard for Stanford.
Yeah.
I think this is a team that, the freshmen have been getting the experience. I'm really impressed with the left sides, though. I really like the combo that Julia Blyshov and Elliot Rubin have become. I think it's been really dangerous for them. And then you still have some really good pieces in the middle. Like, Erica Sayre has been so insane as a freshman. And Lizzie Andrew has still been really solid.
I think Wisconsin, if they want to have a chance to win, they're going to have a generationally good game from Mimi Collier. So it's going to be really tough for them, especially because Stanford is really good at the defensive aspect of the game. So they're probably going to be digging her quite a bit. She's going to have to figure something out. And I don't know if she's going to be able to do it in this match. So we have to go Stanford.
I really like the serving that Stanford has been doing. They really get after it.
Yeah, I mean, they always, every single one of their players are basically having to go after the
Float serve Jesus. Shout out Matt Houlihan.
Yeah.
But also, I think the left side duo. I like the left side duo of Stanford more than I do for Wisconsin, unfortunately.
I mean, I think maybe Mimi Collier is like the best offensive aspect of anyone.
Yeah.
All the outsides, but it's just the rest of the game. And
Una Vajic.
yeah,
It's tough. I really like.
we've seen her get taken advantage of in quite a few games.
And the
so.
complementary piece of Julia Blyshov as the other outside has really worked out for Stanford. So I think Stanford's winning that one.
Yep.
But the regional final is going to be Texas versus Stanford, at least according to us.
Yeah.
This one I actually had a really hard time figuring out.
This is one of the top games so far.
I really do think that both teams have a really solid chance of winning this. I kind of went with Texas because of how good Tori Stafford has been playing.
Yeah.
I really like what they're doing, but man, it's so tough to say.
Yeah, I think it could be Stanford. I think the way that Stanford wins this, if they're keeping all their serves in one while they're serving tough, versus Texas, keeping them out of system, giving them a tougher time with tougher swings.
Yeah.
I think that'll matter a lot if they wanted to win this game. So it's close. If you prefer Texas,
Damn.
I'm okay with it. It's pretty tough.
But you're leaning Stanford?
I'm like 51-49% odds.
On Stanford.
Yeah, but it's
Let's go
tough.
Stanford.
Okay.
You actually are convincing me.
Yeah.
I really like the serving again, and we're not going to talk really bad about Ella Swindle. I think she's still a good setter. But you do notice the zone one serving Ella Swindle doesn't run the middle that much. And then, again, I think it's a bad matchup for Texas.
Yeah.
The really tough serving of Stanford might be able to put Texas in a bit of some trouble there.
Yeah, I think out of system is where they have a lot of the trouble, especially on service eve.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that Stanford can try and really pick on. Although we know that Stanford does have their own like service ace to service error and like that type of issue. So it could also end up being that they have a bunch of errors because they're trying too hard to get Texas and they can't.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Let's go 51% Stanford.
Yeah.
And just over Texas.
Yeah.
We're not saying Texas, bad or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like very like splitting hairs here.
I think it's matchup based.
Yeah, let's go Stanford. I don't mind that. Okay, so we got Stanford winning that region. So for the last region here at the bottom right, we'll go at the top. We'll start with Arizona State being the number 2 seed here versus Coppin State. Yeah,
Arizona State, you're probably going to take this one. I mean, you've been looking good all season, even without Noemi Glover for parts of it. So I think this is pretty clean win for them.
But Noemi Glover's back. She's been killing it.
Yeah.
She's definitely deserving.
Yep.
Next, we got the number 7 seed Tennessee versus Utah State.
Yeah, this is probably going to be one of the closer matchups of the round as well, but I think we've seen some Tennessee recently, and they are looking good.
I mean, the SEC tournament really opened my eyes to what Tennessee is capable of doing. I mean, they made that so close.
Yeah.
I really liked how they were playing. I mean, Hayden Kubik was damn near unstoppable.
Yeah.
Really liked what she was doing. Caroline Kerr has been really good. They got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'm going Tennessee there.
Yep, for sure.
Next is the 6 seed UNI versus Utah. This one's also pretty close.
Yeah, this one's a very close one. I do think Utah's been playing well, but their problem is probably inconsistency.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to fully believe in them, even though we do have that thing where I do want to believe in the higher conference. But Utah is one of those teams where I've seen them and I'm like,
not that convinced.
Yeah.
So maybe we're going UNI?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the biggest deal anyways.
Yeah. And then the next one is going to be the 3 seed Creighton versus Northern Colorado. Again, Creighton was like the poster child of like really hard to predict how good they are.
Yeah.
Because they just don't play that many teams that are actually good in the Big East.
Yeah, they just have such an easy time with it that it makes them look almost Nebraska-esque.
But Creighton's winning this one.
Yeah. This one I don't think will be a problem.
Yeah, I really like what Creighton's still been able to do, regardless of their conference. Yeah. So I'm taking them there.
Yep.
Next, we got the number 4 seed is gonna be USC versus Princeton.
Hey, Princeton, the Ivy League showing up, but USC.
They've been too good.
Yeah.
I really like what they're doing.
Yeah. So it'll be tough. USC, we got to pick you guys.
Yep. Next, we got the number 5 seed is going to be BYU versus Cal Poly.
Yes.
Take it away.
Yes. This is where my trauma is going to be. I mean, BYU they just collapsed last year. So it's really tough for me to believe in them.
Yeah.
But I want to give them one more chance here. I think they're going to win this one. Cal Poly is actually still a pretty good team. So I think this will be a pretty solid matchup. But please, BYU, you did not have Sully Davis last year.
She's been killing it, man.
And she is the one to rely on.
Yeah.
I think she can break, it's not a curse, but she can break my disbelief in what happened.
Maybe your curse, maybe. Yeah, we can call it that. We can call it that.
So let's pick BYU here. If they lose again, I don't know what to say.
I like it too. I'm going BYU as well. I really like what Sully Davis is doing. He stopped Claire Little to make that outside duo really solid. Yeah. So I think BYU is definitely taking that. Next, we got the number 8 seed is going to be UCLA. Hey. They found their way into the tournament. I know we were worried that they might not make it.
Yeah, they're probably on the cusp.
But I think the way that they ended the season was definitely a lot stronger.
Yeah.
And then I think that gave them the shot to make it in.
Still a lot of ups and downs, but
they're playing against Georgia Tech here.
Yeah, which is going to be a tough matchup. These are actually both two very well matched up teams in terms of strength.
But to be honest, I really like what Lola Schumacher has been able to do as one of the libs.
It'd be a shame to see her not move on, so...
I'm picking UCLA.
Yeah.
I really like what they've got going on. Mm-hmm. Like, Mariana Singletary as a middle has really stepped up.
Yeah.
She's been amazing in the front row. Mm-hmm. Got Lola Schumacher in the back row. One of the best libs in the nation.
Yeah, and their freshman, Eliana Urza, has been playing really, really well. Between her and Maggie Lee, I'm sure they'll find someone to play in that specific game. So I think they'll be doing just fine.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention Sheridan. She's like the given on the team, right?
I mean, she is their team for however long it's been for her, 4 years.
Yeah, we've known that. Yeah. So we'll take UCLA. And then the last one is going to be the number 1 seed. It's going to be Kentucky. They're going against Wofford.
Yeah, I mean, Wofford, they're pretty solid, but they're not beating Kentucky.
Yeah, I think Kentucky's way too good. Yeah. It's going to be a really rough matchup for Wofford, but Kentucky's winning that one.
Yeah.
So we'll go back up to the top there. Let's go with Arizona State versus Tennessee.
Yeah, this one will be close. It's tough call here, but Arizona
I'm going Arizona State.
Yeah. They've been looking just a little bit too strong as of late. Even though I feel like Tennessee has been like peaking pretty well.
Yeah, I think they have a shot. I think this is not an easy matchup for Arizona State.
This is one of the closest matches.
It's going to be tough. I think, it really, to me, the matchup is going to be Noemi Glover versus Hayden Kubik. Who's going to have the bigger game and impact the game more? Yeah. I think that could be the decider. But maybe we'll go Arizona State for now. Next, we got, in the second round, UNI versus Creighton.
Yeah, we're picking Creighton here.
Yeah, I think Creighton, again, we have to give them some respect.
Yeah.
Even though it's so hard to predict how they do.
Yeah.
Creighton's been really good.
They've challenged at the beginning of the season. They challenged themselves as much as they could.
Did. They played some really good teams at the beginning of the season. I think they're deserving with how they played. Yeah, they did take Nebraska to 5 that one.
Yeah, they did.
That one match. So that's definitely something. Next in the second round, we got USC versus BYU. This is a crazy matchup. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, this is one where I did believe in Sully Davis in the previous round, but she may get stopped here because USC, they got quite the blocking team for them.
Yeah.
So might be able to shut her down. I think she's already struggled when there have been good blocking teams that they've played against. So again, not a great matchup for them.
Yeah.
At least I won't have my heart broken by BYU here because we're picking them to lose.
Okay, so USC's moving on.
Yep.
Then the last matchup, it's going to be UCLA versus Kentucky.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Lila Schumacher. We tried.
We sung your praises as much as we could, but Kentucky.
Yeah. I mean, she might have a crazy game, but I think Kentucky's just going to win that game.
Yeah.
They're too good.
Yeah.
Too many offensive threats from the left side. They still got good middles. It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
You got to give some respect to the SEC champs, man.
Yeah. They're just going to win this. Not much to say.
Okay. Then the regional semifinals is going to be Kentucky versus USC. That's what we got.
Yeah. And I think we're just going to pick Kentucky here as well.
Yeah. The freshmen are great at USC. It's going to be too much from Kentucky. Yeah. There's too much to stop from that left side.
That blocking is not enough blocking to beat Kentucky.
It's going to be tough. You can't take a break in the front row. When you either outside front row, you have a tough time. The other regional semifinal is going to be Arizona State versus Creighton.
Now we got a good one. This is a close one.
This is really, really hard.
This is where our trouble with seeing how Creighton matches up, especially as of late, how they're going to match up versus a good Arizona State team. This is where we're having a little bit of trouble.
Oh, man, I really don't know. This is like another 51-49.
Yeah,
maybe.
Definitely.
Because we already talked about Hayden Kubik having a game against Arizona State. Same thing could go for Ava Martin.
Yeah,
she's been really, really good for Creighton.
Yeah,
but again, it's against Noemi Glover. That's a tough matchup.
I'm gonna say, actually, this is tough because they do get the break. I was thinking maybe these back-to-back games would be tougher for Arizona State, but they have the week break in between.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm getting even more issues now. They got prep time, basically.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to be able to have time to study and scout.
Yeah. For now, we can just pick Creighton to move on.
Okay.
It'll be a close one. Kiara Reinhardt might be a difference maker in the middle there. Yeah. So that's where I'm leaning slightly.
Yeah, and again, I think the marquee matchup is clearly going to be Noemi Glover versus Ava Martin.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty obvious.
I mean, directly against each other. So.
Yeah, but I do agree. I would also go with Creighton here.
Yeah.
But they're going to be going against Kentucky.
Yeah, in those regional finals.
Yeah, in the regional final, I think Kentucky's winning that one.
Yeah, sorry, Creighton. I don't know why we debated too much because Kentucky's going to beat either team.
It would be a good matchup, though. I think either one of them is going to be interesting, but I think Kentucky's winning that.
It'll be a new look for Kentucky to be challenged against, but I think Kentucky will still take it.
Yeah. So we can just review really quick before we go to the Final Four. That's, before we get into Kansas City. But for the regional champs, we got Nebraska, Pitt, Stanford, and then Kentucky.
Only one team making a new appearance here, but we think they maybe should have gotten a spot to begin with.
Yeah, this is going to be nuts, though. This is going to be crazy.
This will be a battle. All of these games will be great. Well, we'll find out, but we can start off with the Nebraska-Pitt one because that's the one where I'm thinking maybe it won't be as great.
Yeah, I think, again, if there's a team that can stop Olivia Babcock, the best shot you have is Nebraska.
Yeah.
You have a really good blocking outside in Taylor Landfair. I think she could have a really good time if she has a good blocking game. This is going to make it tough on Olivia Babcock. Again, I'm not saying that Olivia Babcock's not going to score. Mm-hmm. She's going to score.
Yeah.
But also, my worry is, can anyone else score on that team?
Yeah.
Because it's like polar opposite offenses.
Yeah.
All the balls are going to Olivia Babcock, and then the other side on Nebraska, the ball is getting distributed to every single player. Everyone's going to get a chance.
Yeah, I think it'll also help Nebraska where this is another time where they get to game plan a little bit, and it's really easy, not easy, but you can really game plan against just a singular player to play against. So you're game planning against Olivia Babcock. Sure, maybe think about Bree Kelly as well for a little bit, but probably not as much worry. Yeah, Nebraska.
I mean, if you serve her tough, if you serve Pitt tough, I mean, the middle might not even be a problem.
Yeah, Nebraska with a game plan versus Pitt, I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I mean, you game plan, get a double block on her no matter what happens.
Yeah.
And just the right-sided or the setter is just going to block everything else.
Yeah, and
cover everything up.
You have your like defense set up already around the fact that it'll probably be Olivia Babcock swinging most of the time.
Yeah.
I think they should be just fine.
Yeah. So we'll go Nebraska to move on to the championship match.
Yep.
But this other one, so we got Stanford here versus Kentucky.
Yeah.
This is going to be crazy.
This will be a battle.
I do think Kentucky is going to win this, though.
It's going to be tough. I mean, I am going to enjoy the fact that Kentucky's going to go up against Stanford's defense. I think that'll be one of their toughest defensive challenges that they've had. But in the end, I think Stanford, maybe they're just a little bit too young.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good things about Kentucky that make it really difficult to match up against. Like, even if you get them out of system, you do really like the handsome Molly Tuzzo. Maybe not as much when she jump sets, but
yeah, I mean, I think in general she's like fine.
Yeah, I like her. I like her setting. I think her out of system is gonna.
I think it's just every now and then she just has one where we go whoa.
Yeah,
but
that's
most of the time she's a pretty good setter.
Yeah, she's pretty money. Otherwise,
yeah, we saw it in the SEC playoffs. So
yeah, that's the MVP right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough matchup for Stanford. You really have to serve them tough. But it's so hard because then they can still just out of system set the outside.
Yeah.
And it's no matter which outside it is, they're probably going to be having a good time.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough one for Stanford, and I think they're going to be able to be taken advantage of a little bit more.
It's tough. I think every time that Kentucky had a moment where maybe Brooklyn DeLay's not hitting well or Eva Hudson's not hitting well, I feel like the other one steps up at almost every single time.
Yeah.
So there's always like a really good offensive outlet. And then I don't know what you can do against that. It's so tough to beat that.
Yeah. And it's not to mention that Kentucky has started to be a little bit more inclusive of the rest of their attackers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're running the middle a little bit more. They have Asia Thigpen, who had a very good game.
Amazing games, yeah.
And then before that,
Jordan Daly on the right side, but
then they have Jordan Daly
on
the right side.
They can make changes.
Yeah. Between those two, someone's going to have a good game.
Yeah, and yeah, like you were saying, I think Craig Skinner was talking about that the whole season, about Cassie O'Brien running the middle more, make it more difficult to read who's going to get set. And they showed that in the SEC tournament. Maybe that's like a benefit to them that they did have that tournament. Yeah. But also, I guess it's more film on you. I don't know.
I mean, everyone has film. The only
at this point, you're at the Final Four.
Yeah, only team that's going to have a little less film is probably Nebraska because they're just stomping every team anyways.
That's true. But yeah, I think I can agree with that. Yeah. We go Kentucky here.
Yeah.
That one's going to be a banger. Well, both games are going to be bangers.
Yep.
Well, then in the final, we have Nebraska versus Kentucky.
Yeah, this is the big one.
This is the one that...
The championship match.
Yes, I really think this could be an absolute banger game.
Could be an all-timer.
Yeah, I think the only other team would have been like maybe Texas that I would have thought this could be really interesting.
Yeah.
But Kentucky took them down. I really like what Kentucky's doing. I do think I have to go Nebraska though.
Yeah, I think this will be the first team that's going to make Nebraska make a lot of in-game adjustments and changes to try and deal with how Kentucky just is as a team.
Yeah.
I think they're just so strong, especially because they're starting to spread out the ball more. I think that's going to make it tough for Nebraska. I think if either one of their opposites are starting to have a game, that's when they're going to have to start making changes, adjust their game plan around just the two outsides.
Yeah.
It's tough, but Nebraska, I mean, they're just Nebraska.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And you were just talking about it, right? The Bergen Riley, her blocking has been solid. It's not great, but it's been solid.
Yeah.
And then Virginia Adriano has been really good blocking too.
Yeah.
That's some tough blocking, again, not even mentioning the middles that you have for Nebraska.
Yeah.
That you're going to be able to put on the left sides.
Yeah.
And I think Nebraska might be okay with it with their back row defense to say, we're getting to a double block on the outsides every single time.
Yeah.
We'll single block whatever else is coming, and we'll try and just dig it.
And they'll just play defense because they can play defense.
And they might have a shot at doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the game plan, but that's what sounds like would happen to me.
Yeah.
But I think Nebraska's taking this.
Yeah,
I think they're going to win this one.
This is their year. I mean, this junior class has been waiting year after year to get a championship, so I think we can give this one to them. This looks like their best chance yet. So let's give this one to them.
Okay, so there it is.
Yeah.
The Around the Block prediction is Nebraska champions.
Yep.
Playing Kentucky in the final. I think I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people are going to end up disagreeing with us, but if you do, again, let us know in the comments alongside your upset predictions. Yes, we still have that giveaway going. In case you forgot, leave those comments down below. But yeah, again, if you guys made it this far, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave those comments down below. We got this giveaway going, so we're super excited.
Yeah, make sure that you enter into that, and then hopefully someone can win that ball. And then love the support. Let's get back to you guys.
We definitely want to see how this giveaway goes because we want to continue doing stuff like this in the future. We want to continue supporting people watching the game. So we'd love to keep doing this type of thing, especially for these big tournaments, big matches.
Yeah.
We'd love to have this continue. So please just let us know. Maybe we can even start scaling up these giveaways.
Yeah, as long as you guys keep supporting us and you're supporting volleyball, we're down.
Yep. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.